Wizard, Book 1, Lesson 1. To drink. I drink. You drink. I drink water. I drink juice. You drink coffee. You drink milk. To eat. I eat. You eat. I eat bread. I eat cheese. You eat fish. You eat meat. I drink coffee and milk. I drink water and juice. I drink juice and soda. I eat bread and ham. I eat bread and cheese. I eat fish and meat. I eat bread and I drink milk. I eat cheese and I drink juice. I eat fish and I drink soda. I eat cheese and you eat ham. I drink milk and you drink coffee. I eat bread and you eat cheese. Verbs. To drink. To eat. Vocabulary. Coffee. Tea. Milk. Juice. Water. Soda. Fish. Meat. Cheese. Ham. Bread. And I. You. Expressions. Thank you. Thanks. Please. Hi. Hello. Goodbye. Grammar. I drink. I eat. You drink. You eat. Listening. I drink coffee and milk. You eat bread and cheese. You eat fish and you drink soda. I drink juice and I eat bread and ham. I eat bread and ham and I drink juice. Lesson 2. To speak. I speak. You speak. I speak English. I speak Spanish. You speak Portuguese. You speak French. To study. I study. You study. I study English. I study Spanish. You study Portuguese. You study French. I speak with my friend. I speak with my brother. You speak with your father. I study with my sister. I study with my friend. You study with your mother. I speak English with my friend. I speak Portuguese with my sister. You speak French with your son. You speak English with your daughter. I study Spanish with my sister. I study French with my children. You study Portuguese with your father. You study English with your mother. I don't speak French. I don't study with my sister. I don't speak Spanish with my brother. Verbs. To speak. To study. Vocabulary. Father. Mother. Brother. Sister. Son. Daughter. Child. Children. My. Your. With. Portuguese. English. French. Spanish. Of. A. Cup. Glass. Now. Today. Expressions. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Grammar. I drink. I don't drink. I eat. I don't eat. I speak with you. I don't speak with you. I speak. I don't speak. I study. I don't study. Portuguese. English. French. Spanish. I. Listening. I don't speak Portuguese with my mother. I study French with your father. You don't speak Spanish with your father. You don't drink coffee and milk in the morning. I don't eat cheese and I don't drink milk. Lesson 3. To work. I work. You work. I work here. You work there. I work alone. You work at home. To play. I play. You play. I play soccer. You play tennis. I play volleyball with my friend. You play chess with your brother. I don't work at the bank. I don't work at the store. I don't work at home. I don't play the piano. I don't play the guitar. I don't play the violin. I work in the morning. I work in the afternoon. You work in the evening. I play in the morning. I play in the afternoon. You play in the evening. I study but I don't work. I play the guitar but I don't play the violin. I play soccer but I don't play tennis. Verbs: to work, to play. Vocabulary: friend, teacher, school, home, store, alone, only, but, here, there, at, the, soccer, tennis, volleyball, chess, piano, guitar, violin. Expressions: excuse me, sorry, you're welcome. Grammar: in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. I study at school. I work at home. I play volleyball. I play the violin. Listening: I play volleyball with my friend. I don't work at the bank. I work here. I play the guitar, but I don't play the violin. I don't speak Spanish with my brother. I study French with my children. Lesson 4. Conversation. I drink coffee in the morning. I don't drink coffee in the morning, but I drink tea. I eat cheese in the afternoon. I don't eat cheese in the afternoon, but I eat bread and ham. I work with my father. I don't work with my father, but I work with my brother. I play the piano. I don't play the piano, but I play the guitar. Speak right now. There. At night. Portuguese. Alone. Teacher. Now. Bread. Glass. Children. My. Oral practice. I drink juice. You work at night. I eat ham. You play the violin. I drink tea. You study English. I speak Portuguese. You eat meat. I eat cheese in the morning. You speak with the teacher. I play with my sister. You work with your brother. I study with my sister. You drink tea in the evening. I eat bread and butter. You drink coffee at night. I study and work. You play tennis. I speak with my brother. You work at the store. Listening. I don't speak Portuguese. You drink a cup of milk in the morning. Excuse me, but I don't drink tea. I eat only bread and cheese in the evening. I work at home in the afternoon.
Inspiration.
I believe. I believe in myself. I believe in my dreams. I believe that I can. What I believe, I can achieve. Lesson 5. To like. I like. You like. To sleep. I sleep. You sleep. I like my car. I like my house. I like you. I sleep at home. I sleep at night. I sleep in the afternoon. I like to study. I like to work. I like to speak. I don't like to drink soda. I don't like to play. I don't like to sleep. Do you like to study alone? Do you like to work? Do you like to eat? Do you like to sleep? I like to study with you. Do you like to study with me? I like to speak with you. Do you like to speak with me? Verbs. To like. To sleep. Vocabulary. Book. Car. House. Game. Big. Small. New. Old. Husband. Wife. Apple. Orange. Or. For. Breakfast. Lunch. Dinner. This. Yes. No. Expressions. For breakfast. For lunch. For dinner. Every day. With me. Grammar. I like to sleep. I don't like to drink. Do you like to study? A new book. A big car. An old house. An English teacher. Small house. New car. A car. An apple. Listening. I like to sleep in the morning. Do you like this new car? I study with an English teacher. You eat an apple for breakfast every day. Do you like big or small cars? Lesson 6. Conversation. Do you speak Portuguese at home? No, I don't speak Portuguese. I speak English. Do you work in the morning? No, I don't work in the morning. I work at night. Do you drink tea with your friends? Yes, I like to drink tea with my friends in the afternoon. Do you speak English with your brother? No, I speak English with my sister. Speak right now. Every day. Child. Friend. With me. Book. This. Big. Small. New. Old. Questions. Do you speak English? Do you like to sleep in the morning? Do you drink coffee or milk for breakfast? Do you study English with your brother? Do you eat meat for breakfast? Do you drink juice at night? Do you play with your son every day? Do you eat bread and cheese at school? Do you study English or Portuguese at school? Do you like to sleep or work at night? Do you study your English lessons alone? Do you eat cheese or ham for breakfast? Listening. Do you like to study with me? I don't like your big house. Do you drink a cup of tea every day? I drink a small cup of coffee for breakfast. Do you like my old car?
Inspiration.
I work. I work hard. I work with my mind and heart. Work is good for my body, mind, and soul. Happy is the man that loves his work. Lesson 7. To want. I want. To go. I go. I want to go with you. I want to speak only English. I want to play soccer. I want to sleep now. I want to study French. I want to work at night. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to the park. I want to go to school. I want to go to church. I want to go downtown. I want to go home. What do you eat? What do you play? What do you drink? What do you want? What do you like to drink? What do you like to study? What do you like to play? What do you like to eat? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. B as in boy. S as in Sam. How do you spell your name? Verbs. To want. To go. Vocabulary. Office. Bank. Movies. Park. Church. Downtown. Boss. Manager. Neighbor. Parents. Day. Week. Tomorrow. To. To the. In the. That. What. How. Expressions. How do you spell your name? So long. Grammar. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to school. I want to go downtown. What do you want to drink? Listening. I want that car. How do you spell your name? I don't want to go to the movies. I want to go downtown. Do you want to go to church? Lesson 8. Conversation. Do you want to go downtown with me tomorrow? I don't want to go downtown. I want to go to the movies. Do you want to sleep or study English now? I want to study English now. Do you drink coffee or tea in the morning? I like to drink coffee and milk in the morning. What do you like to eat for breakfast? I like to eat only bread and ham for breakfast. Speak right now. Downtown. Spell. Church. Movies. Tomorrow. Big. Small. Week. Home. Parents. Questions. What do you eat for breakfast? Do you want to go downtown with me today? Do you study in the morning or in the afternoon? Do you like your neighbor? Do you want to drink juice now? How do you spell your name? Do you study English at night? Do you drink a cup of tea in the afternoon? Do you play the piano? Do you like to drink coffee or juice for breakfast? Do you work in the bank or in the store? What do you like to play? Culture. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a special day for children and adults. On this day, Americans buy chocolate and presents for friends. Valentine cards with a heart are very popular. Americans celebrate this day in February with parties at school and at home. The message on Valentine's Day is, I love you. Labor Day. Labor Day is celebrated on the first Monday in September. It's a holiday in honor of labor. Most businesses close, and there are activities such as speeches, sports events, parades, and picnics. Listening. I don't want to go to the bank. I don't sleep at the movies, I sleep at home. Do you want to go to the park every week? I work at the store in the morning. What do you want to eat in the afternoon?
Inspiration.
I know. I know myself. I know my Creator. Knowledge is never too much. Lesson 9. To have. I have. I have a cat. You have a dog. I have a bicycle. You have a table. I have time. To understand. I understand. I understand Spanish. You understand German. I understand only Chinese. You understand French. I understand English. I have to study. You have to sleep. I have to work. You have to eat. I want to understand. You want to understand English. I have to understand Chinese. You have to understand your husband. Where do you work? Where do you study? Where do you play? Where do you eat? Where do you have to go? Where do you want to study? Where do you want to play? Where do you want to work? Verbs. To have. To understand. Vocabulary. Cat. Dog. Bicycle. Table. Every. To. Also. Where. Time. Some. German. Chinese. weekend. Expressions. See you. See you later. See you tomorrow. On weekends. Grammar. Where do you work? I have to. I have to study. I have to work. I have a car. I have to go now. Listening. Where do you go on weekends? I don't have time to study Spanish. I have an old bicycle at home. Do you understand German or Chinese? Do you want some bread? Lesson 10. Conversation. Do you understand Spanish? I don't understand Spanish. I understand only English. Do you have a dog at home? I don't have a dog at home. I have a cat. Do you want to go downtown with me now? Sorry, but I have to study English with my teacher now. Do you speak English with your brother? I speak Portuguese with my brother. I speak English with my wife. Speak right now. Weekend. Also. Spanish. German. Here. Dog. Every. Neighbor. Park. Time. Questions. Do you understand Spanish? Do you speak English at home? Do you have a big car? Do you want to study French with me? Do you want to go to the movies today? Do you drink coffee and milk for breakfast? Do you work with your parents? Do you go to church every week? Where do you want to go tomorrow? Where do you like to go on weekends? What do you like to eat? Do you have time to study every day? Listening. I have to study German. See you tomorrow. Do you understand your parents? Where do you want to go today? Do you want to go downtown with me? I like to have dogs at home.
Inspiration.
I have goals. I have big goals. I have positive goals. Great people have great goals. A goal not written is just a wish. Lesson 11. To need. I need. I need to work. I need to study. I need to go. I need to sleep. To prefer. I prefer. I prefer my home. I prefer my school. I prefer my work. I prefer my city. Do you need to go now? Do you need to study now? Do you need to work now? Do you need to sleep now? What do you prefer to eat? What do you prefer to drink? What do you prefer to play? What do you prefer to study? When do you need to go there? When do you need to go downtown? When do you need to go to the store? When do you need to go to the bank? I like my house very much. I like my family very much. I study in the city. I work on the farm. I play on weekends. Verbs: to need, to prefer. Vocabulary: family, city, farm, rice, beans, potato, when, chicken, turkey, pork, steak, French fries, vegetables, pasta. Expressions: very much, a little, sometimes, rare, medium, well done. Grammar: I need to study every week. I don't need to go. Do you need to work? I like my house very much. I like my family very much. In the city. On the farm. Listening. Do you prefer pork or chicken? When do you need to go downtown? Sometimes I like to go to the farm. I prefer to eat a rare steak. I like French fries very much. Lesson 12. Conversation. Do you eat cheese or bread in the afternoon? I like to eat cheese in the afternoon. Do you want to go downtown with me tomorrow? Sorry, I need to study English tomorrow. Do you work with your brother? I don't work with my brother. I work alone. When do you like to go to the park? I like to go to the park on weekends. Speak right now. Farm. City. Office. Day. Boss. Family. Rice. Sometimes. Chicken. Very much. Questions. Where do you study? Do you need to study English? What do you prefer to drink in the morning? Do you like to eat rice and beans every day? What do you need to study today? When do you study your English lessons? Where do you want to go on weekends? Do you understand German? Where do you need to go now? When do you like to go to the movies? How do you spell chicken? Do you sometimes play the guitar? Listening. I have to go to the bank today. I don't need to go to the office today. When do you have to go to school? Where do you prefer to study? I don't understand Chinese.
Inspiration.
I live. I live in peace. I live with enthusiasm. I live in peace with God and men. I know how to live with differences. Lesson 13. To buy. I buy. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a new house. I want to buy a car. I want to buy a new car. I want to buy a dress. I want to buy a new dress. To sell. I sell. I want to sell my bicycle. I need to sell my store. I want to sell my house. I need to sell my car. I want to sell my CDs. I need to sell my book. Do you need to buy a coat? Do you need to buy a new shirt? Do you need to buy a t-shirt? Do you need to buy a pen? Do you want to sell your car? Do you want to sell your house? Do you want to sell your bicycle? Do you want to sell your farm? Numbers. I have one brother and 2 sisters. I have 8 cousins. I need to buy 12 books this year. Greetings. My name is John. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Verbs. To buy. To sell. Vocabulary. Money. Ice cream. Candy. Chocolate. Bubblegum. Pencil. Pen. CD. Dress. Blouse. Skirt. Coat. Shirt. T-shirt. Pants. Shoe. Boot. Expressions. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Grammar. Numbers. 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. To buy for. To sell to. Listening. I have to sell my house. I need money. I have 5 pencils and 7 pens at home. What do you want to buy for your wife? I like chocolate ice cream very much. Nice to meet you. Lesson 14. Conversation. Do you want to buy an ice cream or some bubble gum? I want to buy some bubble gum. Do you want to sell your bicycle? I don't want to sell my bicycle. Do you want to buy a shirt for your brother? I want to buy a shirt and some pants too. Do you need to work downtown today? I need to work downtown tomorrow. Speak right now. Breakfast. Shoe. Dress. Pants. Bubble gum. Money. Pencil. French fries. Cup. Cheese. Questions. Do you buy ice cream every day? Do you have a cat at home? What do you want to buy now? Do you drink milk at night? Do you want to study in my house? When do you go to the movies? Do you like to buy books? What car do you like? Do you sometimes buy books for your children? Do you speak English with your boss every day? Where do you like to go on weekends? When do you want to speak with me? Culture. St. Patrick. St. Patrick brought Christianity to Ireland many years ago. He used a 3-leaf clover to teach the Trinity. Today, children wear green clothes to school to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. When children forget to wear green, another boy or girl will pinch them as a punishment. Columbus Day. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. American children learn this line at school when they study the discovery of America. Christopher Columbus was looking for a route to India when he discovered America. For this reason, the Native Americans are called Indians. Listening. I want to sell my old car to you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I need money to buy books. Do you want to buy new shoes? When do you want to go there?
Inspiration.
I develop. I develop myself. I develop my mind and spirit. Spirituality is essential for peace of mind. I find time for spiritual development. Lesson 15. To help. I help. I help my cousin. I help my uncle. I help my aunt. I help my relatives. I help my family. To know. I know. I know how to speak English. I know how to go downtown. I know how to play chess. I know how to spell your name. I know how to work on the computer. Do you know my grandfather? Do you know my grandparents? Do you know my teacher? How many brothers and sisters do you have? I have 2 brothers. I have 1 sister. How many grandchildren do you have? I have 7 grandsons. I have 5 granddaughters. I have 28 cousins. I have 100 books. I have 250 CDs. Verbs. To help. To know. Vocabulary. Grandfather. Grandmother. Grandparents. Grandson. Granddaughter. Grandchildren. Cousin. Relative. Beach. Apartment. Cookie. Cake. Popcorn. Slice. Piece. Expressions. How many? About. Grammar. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. 100. 200. 1,000. I know how to speak German. I know how to go downtown. Listening. I don't know how to speak Chinese. How many cousins do you have? Do you prefer to eat chocolate or ice cream? I know your grandmother. I have about 10 CDs at home. Lesson 16. Conversation. Do you help your wife at home? I sometimes help my wife at home. Do you prefer to speak English or Spanish? I prefer to speak English. I don't speak Spanish. Do you want to help me tomorrow? Sorry, but I have to work tomorrow. Do you want to go to the beach with me? I want to go to the movies with you. Speak right now. About. Relatives. Potato. Grandmother. Today. Manager. Apartment. Slice. Beach. Grandparents. Questions. When do you help your parents? What do you want to sell? Do you want to buy an apartment at the beach? Do you know what car I have? Do you need to work tomorrow? Do you eat popcorn at the movies? Do you like to drink tea or coffee in the morning? Do you want some bubble gum? How many cups of coffee do you drink every day? Do you have time to help me today? Do you know how to spell my name? When do you want to go home? Listening. Do you help your grandmother at home? How many apartments do you have in this city? I don't know how to go downtown. I have 12 cousins. Do you want a slice of chocolate cake?
Inspiration.
I pray. I pray every day. I pray for divine inspiration. I start my day with a prayer. I let God help me. Lesson 17. To read. I read. I read the newspaper. I read the email. I read a magazine. I read a book. I read to my children. To write. I write. I write many emails. I write emails to my boyfriend. I write to my girlfriend. I write a letter to my boyfriend. I write an email to my boss. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. It's 4:15. It's 5:30. It's 10 to 7. AM. 0 to 12. PM. 12 to 24. What time do you get up? I get up at 6 o'clock. I get up at 7:30. I get up at 10 o'clock. I sleep until 6 o'clock. I play until 4 o'clock. I work until 5:30. I study until 12:30. Verbs. To read. To write. Vocabulary. Newspaper. Magazine. Letter. Email. Noon. Midnight. Boy. Girl. Boyfriend. Girlfriend. Dad. Mom. Kid. Toy. Until. Bed. Many. Expressions. What time? What time is it? To get up. To go to bed. Grammar. It's 1 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. It's 4:15. It's 5:30. It's 10 to 7. AM. 0 to 12. PM. 12 to 24. I go to school at 8 o'clock. I study until 8 o'clock. Listening. What time is it now? Do you write letters to your family? I like to read magazines in the afternoon. What do you like to read at home? I get up at 7 a.m. Lesson 18. Conversation. Do you write many emails every day? I write about 10 emails every day. Do you read the newspaper at night? I read magazines at night. Do you go to church with your family on weekends? Yes, I go to church with my family on weekends. Do you understand when I read in English? Yes, I understand when you read in English. Speak right now. Mom. Bed. Midnight. Noon. Office. Toy. Cake. Letter. Magazine. Cousin. Questions. Do you like to write letters to your friends? Do you read books in the evening? When do you write to your grandparents? Where do you like to go with your friends? Do you have grandchildren? Do you like to go to the beach on weekends? How many books do you have at home? Do you understand English now? Do you play the piano? What time do you get up every day? Do you have a brother? Do you prefer to read in English or in Portuguese? Listening. I have about $100. I like to get up at 5:30. I want to write about my trip to the USA. Do you read the newspaper in the morning? Do you like to read books in English?
Inspiration.
I plan. I plan my day. I plan my life. Everything starts with a plan. No plan is also a plan. Lesson 19. To open. I open. She opens. I open the door. I open the window. I open the room. I open the house. I open the car. To close. I close. He closes. I close the door. I close the window. I close the room. I close the house. I close the car. I have to go downtown this morning. I want to go to the movies this afternoon. I need to go to the store tonight. I prefer to go to the bank tomorrow morning. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. And you? I'm all right. And you? I'm not very well. He opens the office at 8 o'clock. She closes the store at noon. It works. Verbs. To open. To close. Vocabulary. Window. Door. Room. Bedroom. Bathroom. Kitchen. Flower. Tree. More. Cold. Hot. Pie. Ice. Food. He. She. It. Expressions. This morning. This afternoon. Tonight. Tomorrow morning. Grammar. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. And you? I'm all right. And you? I'm not very well. He opens the door. She closes the window. It opens at 10 o'clock. It works. I have. He has. She has. Close the door, please. Open the door, please. Listening. Do you like to eat hot pie with ice cream? I need more money to buy flowers for my mom. How are you? Close the door, please. What time do you open the windows in your house? Lesson 20. Conversation. Do you want cold or hot milk? I want to drink cold milk and he wants hot milk, please. Do you have a cat or a dog in your house? I have one cat and 2 dogs. My sister has a fish. How many books about dogs do you have at home? I have about 5 books. My father likes to read very much. What do you want to buy downtown? I want to buy a coat for my daughter. She needs it for tomorrow. Speak right now. Bathroom. Bedroom. Flower. Tree. More. Pie. Food. Window. Door. Until. Questions. How many brothers and sisters do you have? Do you prefer to work or study English tonight? Do you sometimes sleep in the afternoon? Do you want to go to the park? What time do you go to school? What do you want to eat now? What do you like to eat? Do you want some cookies? Do you have many books? Do you need to buy new shoes? What time do you go to bed every day? Where do you want to go tonight? Culture. Easter. Easter is usually celebrated in April. Many families usually paint eggs, have Easter egg hunts, and go to church on this day. American kids believe that the Easter Bunny brings chocolate and other presents on Easter morning. Halloween. On October 31st, children in the USA wear costumes and go from house to house asking for candy. They say, "Trick or treat!" Some popular costumes or decorations include witches, black cats, bats, vampires, and of course, pumpkins with faces. Kids love Halloween. Listening. Do you like to eat chicken in the kitchen? I have to go to the bank this morning. Do you like to read in your bedroom? How are you? I'm fine, and you? Do you want to sell your house?
Inspiration.
I love. I love what I do. I love the people around me. Love is the answer for all questions. If I want love, I need to give love. Lesson 21. To live. I live. She lives. I live near here. I live far from here. I live near the school. I live far from the store. To start. I start. He starts. I want to start today. I prefer to start tonight. I need to start this morning. I have to start tomorrow morning. Why do you study here? Because I like this school. Why do you study English? Because I want to go to the USA. Why do you need to go now? Because I have to study. Why do you have to read this? Because I need this for school. Where do you have breakfast? I have breakfast at home. Where do you have lunch? I have lunch at school. Where do you have dinner? I have dinner at the mall. He doesn't live near here. She doesn't want to start tonight. It doesn't help much. Verbs. To live. To start. Vocabulary. Pear. Strawberry. Papaya. Watermelon. Melon. Pineapple. Banana. Grape. Fruit. Near. Far. From. Language. Bridge. Mall. Expressions. To have breakfast. To have lunch. To have dinner. To have a snack. Grammar. I live near here. I live far from here. I live near the store. I live far from the store. She doesn't live here. He doesn't write books. It doesn't start at 8 o'clock. Why do you study English? Because I like this language. Why? Because.
Listening. How many languages do you know? Do you go to the mall every day? Why do you eat fish for lunch? Because I like fish very much. Why do you want to have breakfast with your manager?
Lesson 22. Conversation. Do you understand your French friend? I understand a little. He doesn't speak Portuguese. Do you have a small or a big car? I have a small and old car, and my wife doesn't like it. What time do you want to start the English lessons? I want to start it at 2 o'clock. Where do you live?
I live in New York with my family. Speak right now. Fruit. Grape. Lunch. Dinner. Near. Far. Kids. Language. Cold. This morning. Questions. Where do you live? Where do you study English? What languages do you speak? When do you go downtown? What time do you have lunch? Do you want to go to church this week? What do you eat for dinner? What fruit do you prefer? What time do you go to bed? How many kids do you have? Do you live near here? What time do you have dinner?
Listening. What time do you like to have dinner? I like to live near my house. I don't want to have lunch at noon. I live far from the mall. Do you want to start now?
Inspiration.
I decide. I decide to be myself. I decide to be the best. I decide to decide. I make my own decisions. Lesson 23. To come. I come. She comes. To stay. I stay. He stays. Where do you come from? I come from Brazil. I come from Germany. I come from France. I come from Spain. When do you stay home? I stay home in the morning. I stay home at night. I stay home every day. I like to stay home on Christmas. When do you like to read? I like to read before breakfast. I like to read before lunch. I like to read after lunch. I like to read after dinner. Does he come here? Does she stay home alone? Does it start today? Pronouns. I. You. He. She. It. We. You. They. Colors. Blue. Red. Yellow. Black. White. Green. Orange. Pink. Gray. Brown. Purple. Verbs. To come. To stay. Vocabulary. Month. Year. Thing. Good. Bad. Party. Next. before, after, vacation, Christmas, Easter, China, Germany, France, Spain. Expressions. Very well. On vacation. This time. Next time. Grammar. Does he speak Portuguese? Does she understand English? Does it work? Come here, please. Where do you come from?
Listening. I have to come home before 11 o'clock. Do you want to stay at my house on weekends? I want to buy a pink shirt to go to the party. I know how to speak English very well. Do you want to go to the beach on your next vacation?
Lesson 24. Conversation. Why do you want to speak with my sister? Because I want to go to the movies with your sister. Does your family like to stay on the farm on weekends? Yes, my family likes to stay on the farm on weekends. Why does your daughter live in the city? She likes to live here because she has many friends here. Does he like to stay here alone? He doesn't like to stay here alone. Speak right now. Many. Good. Bad. Next. Before. After. Christmas. Easter. Very well. This time. Questions. What time does it start? Does he live near here? What time does your mom have breakfast? Does he have a blue car? Does he like coffee? What time does he study English every day? Where does your dad go after lunch? What time does your father go to the office every day? What color do you prefer? When does your teacher come to Wizard? What does she like to eat for lunch? Where does your family like to go on vacation? Culture. April Fool's Day. It is commonly believed that in medieval France, New Year was celebrated on April 1st. Then, Pope Gregory introduced a new calendar for the Christian world, changing New Year to January 1st. Many people did not hear of the change. Invitations to non-existent New Year parties were sent, and other practical jokes. April Fool's Day has now developed into an international festival of fun. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was celebrated for the first time by the Pilgrims who came to America from England in the 16th century. After they had their first harvest in the new land, they chose a day to give thanks to God for all their blessings. Nowadays, this is an important American holiday. It's celebrated on the fourth Thursday in November. Most families have a large meal on this day. Among other goodies, this traditional meal includes sweet corn, pumpkin pies, and of course, a large turkey.
Listening. I have many brown shoes at home. This time I want to stay home on my vacation. Do you want to buy a gray car next year? I have to come home at 10:30 tonight. Do you prefer to go to the beach before or after Christmas?
Inspiration.
I read. I read good books. I read always. I read to my children. When I read, I expand my mind. Lesson 25. To cook. I cook. She cooks. To visit. I visit. He visits. Do you like to cook? I like to cook. I don't like to cook. When do you visit your friends? I visit my friends on weekends. I visit my friends every day. Do you know how to cook? I know how to cook. I don't know how to cook. When do you visit your relatives? I visit my relatives on Christmas. I visit my relatives on Easter. She cooks very well. He writes very well. She speaks very well. She doesn't play soccer. He doesn't live here. She doesn't work. Does he read every day? Does she help you? Does he know this? I study a lot. I have a lot of friends. Verbs. To cook. To visit. Vocabulary. Man. Woman. Uncle. Aunt. Test. Job. Secretary. Cook. Drugstore. Post office. Gas station. State. Country. Expressions. A lot. A lot of. Grammar. I like to study. She likes to study. I don't play soccer. He doesn't play soccer. Do you cook for me? Does he cook for you? I study a lot. I have a lot of friends.
Listening. That old man likes to cook a lot. The secretary has a lot of books at home. Does that boy come here at 7:10? I have to go to the post office now. Does he know how to play the violin?
Lesson 26. Conversation. When do you like to play soccer? I like to play soccer on weekends. Does your sister like to speak English at work? Yes, she likes to speak English at work. Why do you want to go downtown this afternoon? I want to go downtown because I have to buy a book. Does your father live in the state of New York? No, he lives in the city of Boston, in the state of Massachusetts. Speak right now. Boy. Man. Girl. Woman. Test. Job. Country. Post office. Gas station. Vacation. Questions. Do you prefer to eat grapes or oranges? What time do you go home in the evening? When does your son want to go to the beach? Do you want to go to a party with me tonight? What time does your brother start to work in the morning? Do you prefer cold or hot milk for breakfast? Does your mother cook well? Do you have a lot of friends in the States? Do your parents live near the post office? Does your daughter have a test at school today? Do you have a dog at home? Do your children like French fries?
Listening. Does she have a test at school today? We like to cook for the children. He likes to play soccer on weekends. I live near here, and she lives near the bank. Does your father like this country?
Inspiration.
I start. I start with me. I start now. Every great journey starts with the first step. It's never too late to start. Lesson 27. To do. I do. She does. I do my homework. She does many things. He has many things to do. To make. I make. He makes. He likes to make toys. I like to make my bed. She likes to make cookies. How much money do you need? I need some money to buy a book. I don't need much money this time. How much time do you have for lunch? I have 2 hours for lunch. I don't have much time. What do you have to do today? I have to study. She has to work. He has to go downtown. Days of the week. On. Sunday. Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. Saturday. Verbs. To do. To make. Vocabulary. Class. Classroom. Company. Factory. Meeting. Doctor. Dentist. Almost. Always. Never. During. Dollar. Expressions. How much? Do me a favor. To make the bed. Grammar. I do many things during the day. I have to do this. She likes to make cakes. I make toys for my boys. Days of the week. On. Sunday. Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. Saturday.
Listening. Does she have a lot of things to do on Thursday? Do me a favor. Open the door, please. We almost always make cakes at home. What does your doctor do during the week? How much money do you have?
Lesson 28. Conversation. When does your brother have a test at school? He has a test today. When does the secretary go to the dentist? She goes to the dentist every year. When do your friends go to the mall? They go to the mall on weekends. Do you have many CDs at home? I have some tapes and many CDs at home. Speak right now. Uncle. Drugstore. Meeting. During. Doctor. Company. Class. Always. Almost. Never. Questions. How many boys and girls does your neighbor have? When do you have English classes? Does your sister have classes on Fridays? What days does the teacher work? Where do you like to go on your vacation? What do you do on Saturdays? Does your mother make bread at home? Do you make ice cream at home? Do you have relatives in the USA? Where do your relatives live? Does your brother live in a house? How much money do you need to buy a CD? Culture: Mother's and Father's Day. In the United States, Mother's Day is celebrated on the second Sunday in May. Father's Day is celebrated on the third Sunday in June. In schools, teachers help the children to prepare cards for mom and dad on these dates. Some children give their parents small gifts. They usually make these gifts themselves at school. Others prefer to buy a gift. Adults usually visit or call their parents on the telephone on these dates. Christmas Day. Christmas is celebrated in the Christian world as the most universal holiday. It has the magic of uniting people. People all over the world exchange gifts on this day, especially the children who wait for Santa Claus to come. There is a lot of preparation and anticipation for a family reunion with a lot of good food, drinks, and Christmas carols. Above all, this is a holiday for the family to remember and honor the birth of Jesus Christ.
Listening. They always go to the club on Saturdays. Does the doctor live far from the bridge? He has English classes on Wednesdays and Fridays. How much do you need to buy that toy? What time is it?
Inspiration.
Become. Become great. Become a great leader. Great leaders lead people, not organizations. Lesson 29. To finish. I finish. She finishes. The meeting finishes at 6 o'clock. The class finishes at 9 o'clock. The game finishes at 9:45 p.m. To try. I try. He tries. He tries to play soccer every day. She tries to study every week. He tries to read every day. How does she go there? She goes to work by car. She goes to school by bus. She goes to the park by bicycle. She goes to the beach by motorcycle. She goes to the farm by train. She goes downtown by subway. She goes home by trolley. She goes to church on foot. Verbs. To finish. To try. Vocabulary. Watch. Clock. Truck. Nice. Shuttle. Airport. Parking lot. Restaurant. sandwich, snack, snack bar, waiter, waitress. Expressions: all day long, all night long. Grammar: by car, by bus, by bicycle, by motorcycle, by train, by subway, by trolley, on foot. He works every day. He works all day long. She sleeps all night long.
Listening. Does she have to finish this job now? Why do you go downtown by bicycle? My husband wants to buy a new watch for me. I have to study all day long. He plays the piano and she tries to play the guitar.
Lesson 30. Conversation. What does the waiter do on Sundays? He works at the restaurant all day long. Does your brother know how to play the guitar? No, he doesn't play the guitar. He plays the piano. Does your sister read or write in English? She prefers to read in English. What do you do when you go home in the evening? I have dinner and I read a book. Speak right now. All day long. A little. Truck. Secretary. Party. Restaurant. Snack bar. Nice. Watch. Waiter. Questions. How do your kids go to school every day? What time do you get up in the morning? How much work do you have to do this week? Where do you want to go next week? Do your parents have a cat? How many CDs do you have at home? Does the teacher speak English well? Do you prefer to read in the morning? How do you spell your name? What restaurant do you like in this city? What do you like to do in the morning? What does your sister like to read?
Listening. How do you go to the bank? I go by subway. He has a nice house at the beach. My mother makes strawberry pie for my sister. She needs to go to the airport on Tuesday. Does your sister like to go to the snack bar?
Inspiration.
I finish. I finish what I start. I finish well. It's more important to finish than to start. When I finish, it's time to start again.
Review 1. Improve your pronunciation. Cheese. Thanks. Portuguese. Daughter. Child. You're welcome. Apple. Breakfast. An English teacher. Alone. Highlights. To drink. I drink. You drink. I like. I don't like. Do you like? I eat cheese for breakfast. I eat cheese and ham. I study with my brother. I speak with you. Do you like to work with me? I study here. I work there. I drink only water. I study alone. I like this car. I work every day. In the morning. In the afternoon. In the evening. At night. A car. An apple. I like my house. Do you like your house? Old car. New house. I don't drink, but I eat. I like to work at home. I like to study at school. I play soccer. You play the guitar. Listening. Do you drink coffee or juice in the morning? Do you play tennis with your friends? Do you speak English every day? Do you work at the store? Do you study Spanish with your father?
Inspiration.
I drink 8 glasses of water every day. I exercise every day. Review 1. Improve your pronunciation. Cheese. Thanks. Portuguese. Daughter. Child. You're welcome. Apple. Review 2. Improve your pronunciation. Church. Downtown. Neighbor. City. Some. Bicycle. Potato. When. Turkey. Prefer. Highlights. I go to the bank. I go to the movies. I go to the park. I go to school. I go to church. I go downtown. I go home. What do you want? When do you need to study? Where do you work? In the city. On the farm. I sometimes go downtown. I have a car. I have to study. I work at the bank. I study at school. I sleep at home. How do you spell your name? On weekends. I like you very much. I speak a little English. I speak German. I speak German too. I don't eat meat. I also don't eat meat. Listening. Where do you want to go now? Where do you work? When do you prefer to go downtown? What do you like to eat for breakfast? When do you study your English lessons?
Inspiration.
I count calories. I drink low-fat milk. I walk every day. Review 3. Improve your pronunciation. Shoe. Bubble gum. Shirt. An ice cream. An apartment. Slice. It's 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock. Until 2 o'clock. Girl.
Highlights.
I buy milk for the cat. I sell books to Jane. I write about cities. I have about 20 books. It's 1 o'clock. It's 2:15. It's 3:30. It's 10 to 5. I get up at noon. I go to bed at midnight. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. How many cars do you have? What time is it? What time do you go to school? I study English until 8 a.m. I read my magazines at 9 p.m. I write to my family. I read to my children. I know your brother. I know how to go downtown. Listening. Do you like French fries? When do you want to buy a new car? How many books do you have? What time do you get up every day? Do you know how to write letters in French?
Inspiration.
I don't complain. I don't smoke. I don't drink and drive. I don't forget to live.
Review 4. Improve your pronunciation. Tonight. Kitchen. Chicken. How are you? Live. Month. next, near, bathroom, bedroom. Highlights. Close the door, please. Open the window, please. She likes to study. He doesn't sleep well. Does it work? Why do you study English? Because I like this language. I live near here. I work near the bank. I want to play on my vacation. I want to study more. I have to work next week. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. And you? I'm all right. And you? I'm not very well. This morning. This afternoon. Tonight. Tomorrow morning. I have breakfast. I have lunch. I have dinner. I live far from downtown. I study far from the park. A good book. A bad game. I need to study before lunch. I have to work after the party.
Listening. Where do you come from? Do you live near or far from your office? What time does your father open the store? When does she help my son at school? Where do you like to eat on weekends?
Inspiration.
I go to the doctor once a year. I go to the dentist every 6 months. I go to the hairdresser, barber, often. Review 5. Improve your pronunciation. Girl. Woman. Aunt. Drugstore. Country. Always. Sandwich. Truck. Company. Days of the week. Highlights. I eat a little. I like. You play. We work. They cook. He doesn't like. She doesn't have. It doesn't eat. She makes the bed. I make cakes. We make toys. How much money do you need? By car. On foot. I work a lot. I have a lot of books. He likes. She has. It works. Does he like? Does she have? Does it eat? Do me a favor. He does the homework. You have to do this. I work from Monday to Saturday. I don't work on Sundays. I like to study all day long. I work all night long.
Listening. What time do you go to bed every day? What time do you get up on Saturdays? Where do you like to go on your vacation? What do you like to do on weekends? When do you have English classes? How does your friend come to class?
Inspiration.
I spend some time by myself. I save an evening a week just for me and my spouse.